Hello, welcome back to Graceful Character. Yes, this is the transformation that I mentioned about on Facebook. So we will be live at just 6 minutes to 1 o'clock Nigerian time or West African time, just to talk for 5 minutes about graceful character in different aspects, of life, different relationship, different works of life. And I have been talking about a scenario, or my last post on Facebook, uh, provided a scenario of a chef, a waiter, and an hungry customer. And I asked the question, which of these characters or which of these, three personalities in the scenario of a restaurant is the government? And the post did not proceed uh, further because I was on holiday and I was busy and I wanted to transform the graceful character posting to something live, something video that we can, relate with perhaps. So I have created a mini scenario of me just, being on a table with my coffee. So just look at it as if I'm in a restaurant, waiting to be served by the chef and the waiter in a restaurant. So in this scenario, which would you think is the government? Which would you think is the um, population that is meant to be served by the government or that is meant to be cared for by the government? But before we answer that question, I'm going to be talking about what's the role of the chef, the waiter, and the customer, the hungry customer. What is their different role? What are their different needs? What are their different interests? What are their passion, their hunger? What are the needs that each, requires to be met by whoever it is that needs to meet each person's need? So in a restaurant, um, the chef in a restaurant is looking to provide expertise to the customers in the area of presenting meals or providing meals to satisfy their thirst, their hunger. And this chef has to be an expert in cooking, in nutrition, in expertise in food presentation. That's what we expect a chef to be, or who we expect a chef to be. So a chef isn't anyone that can just whip up eggs or uh, put some form of drinks together for the client or for the customer. But a chef is an expert. A chef is an expert in cooking, an expert in food cooking, an expert in food presentation, an expert in nutrition, having an understanding of what food combination is and how to give this to the satisfaction of their customers. So the chef is looking forward to having customers that will be satisfied by their expertise, customers that will come back for more of what they have, customers that that the chef will meet their needs, the chef will meet their requirements and make them a better person, make the hungry customer to be a better person, so to say, in their walks of life, in anything that they do, because food is an aspect in everyone's life that you cannot play with. Your food has to be, because you're what you eat. So your food makes you, uh, energizes you to work. Your food makes you a better person. Yeah, we are going to go into detail of all this in subsequent, videos and series. So we're just trying to ascertain what the chef needs to do. So the chef is an expert, sorry. The chef is an expert that needs to satisfy the need of the client. And the chef must be knowledgeable, must be an expert in food cooking, in food preparation, in food presentation, in satisfying the palate of the customer, giving his best to ensure that the customer is satisfied, the customer comes back, the customer, you know, be a better person, so to say, by eating the chef's food, having the ability to be productive, and not be irritated after eating the chef's food. So that's what the chef is meant to do. And in most restaurants, I'll say chefs are actually accomplishing this, wouldn't you say? In front of me, I just have a cup of tea, PGT cup, PGT. So I've already had my lunch, but in subsequent video, we're probably going to see my lunch or a part of my lunch, and we'll discuss a bit of it in subsequent video. But for today, and today's lunch, I did have boiled yam, boiled egg, avocado, some salsa sauce, and broccoli. So we are just going to wrap up for today because we're only meant to just talk for 5 minutes. I've been able to give us an understanding of who the chef is, what the chef is expected to do, and briefly, I'll just say what the avocado I had, this afternoon is all about. Avocado is a calorie dense fruit with about 160 calories in half a fruit. Half of avocado is about 160 calories and contains healthy fat. Yes, I did say healthy fat. And later on, we'll talk more on healthy fats. Yes, and avocado is a fiber, and it's numerous in vitamins and minerals. The key nutrients of avocado are potassium, folate, vitamin K, vitamin C, vitamin E. I do advise my clients that consult with me to have at least one avocado a day. It's good for you. It's good for your colon because your colon needs those fibers. You have in your colon, not just the colon cells. You have tenants in your colon, microbiota. You have them there. So you need to feed them, provide them with the right environment, the right cells to dwell in, the right environment. Yeah. And that will be it for today. Don't forget, we're looking at the scenario of the chef, the waiter, and the customer. Which of this character is the government? And as we continue to talk, we will know eventually who is the government. Is the government the hungry customer? Or is the government the chef, the waiter, or the chef and waiter, or the waiter and customer? Stay tuned as we go on this wonderful journey of graceful character. Thank you. See you another time. Have a good lunch.
always. Thank you.
Cheers.